very easy tools that we use to accomplish this. One is a domain tool. We're going to look at the age of the domain and when it expires. So there's this tool, bigbiz.com/domain.html. And you can type in any domain. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to use a site that we've built. It's a lead generation site that we've created called Maids and Cleaners. You can leave off the extension in this bar because you see it already has it here. So maidsandcleaners.com, and I click Show My Domain Record. And this is actually just going to show some basic info about where the site's hosted, who the domain registrar is. In this case, it's GoDaddy. And what we're really looking at here is the creation date, which is February 4th of 2008, as well as the expiration date. If this expiration date is any time within the next 2 years, we need to tell the client that they should consider extending their domain registration. When the search engines, particularly Google, looks at a domain, they're able to determine how old that domain is. And if this domain expires in 2 months or 3 months or even 8 or 10 months, it might not be considered as relevant of a resource when compared to a site that has a domain that expires in 10 years, let's say. Google knows that the site that's going to be around for 10 years is not going anywhere, so they can view that as a more relevant source of information or a better user experience, whereas the domain that's expiring next month or in just a few months here might not be seen as relevant. So that's how to check out the domain age. And again, if you're dealing with a client that you're thinking about signing up, you want to tell them to extend their domain registration as long as possible. Now, the other thing that we look at is the actual page rank. Now, this is a measurement that is specific to Google. It has nothing to do with where the site is actually ranked on the search engines. It really is just a measurement of how many references or links the search engine can find that currently point back to this site. So we use a page rank checker. It's called checkpagerank.net, and that's what we use to do this. So again, I've typed in maidsandcleaners.com as our example site, and it's just going to show me some basic statistics here. It has found 4,400 approximately links pointing to maidsandcleaners.com. So that's a pretty fair amount of links. And then it's going to tell us our Google page rank for that domain. Now, PageRank goes from 0 to 10. You'll almost never see sites with a page rank of 10. Even a page rank over 4 and 5 is pretty rare, and those are considered extremely relevant resources. So even a page rank of 1, it's better than nothing. It's a good starting point. When we see a page rank of 0, that's where we really get concerned, and we want to mention it to the client right off the bat and let them know that because there are no other online resources pointing back to that domain, and we're working with a very new website in the eyes of Google, it's important that the client knows that this page rank will have an effect on how soon their site gets picked up. If it's a page rank of 0, it's likely going to be several more months before the pages get indexed and ranked than if it's a page rank of 1 or 2 or 3. Now, if we're dealing with higher page ranks, anything above a 2, that's a phenomenal starting point for that website, and that means that we're going to be able to get that site ranked much quicker. The client's going to be satisfied. We're going to see everything happen in a much shorter time frame than if we're dealing with a 0 or even a 1. So this is just a recap on how we quote-unquote size up a domain prior to sending a proposal to a client.